Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Amy Caswell, and I'm the Advocacy Specialist at the Art Jacksonville. What I'd like to do today is discuss the social aspects of an inclusive general education atmosphere versus a self-contained environment. I'm the mother of a 10-year-old child with a disability. He has spastic cerebral palsy, and unless there's a miracle from God above, or in modern day science, my son will probably never walk and will always be in a wheelchair. Every day, parents of children with disabilities make choices, and often those choices will affect that child for the rest of their lives. I made a choice for him starting with daycare and in day one of his kindergarten class that he would be in a gen ed classroom. As a mom, I will never stand here and tell you what is best for your child. That is a personal choice that every family must make. But what I will do is give you some reasons why I made this choice and possibly give you a few things to think about. And I do want to say that even though it is important to consider these things when it comes to his academics, there is a large difference between a standard diploma and a special ed diploma, and what careers they can have with those two different diploma paths. That is not going to be the aspect of this speech. I'd like to focus on the social part of the gen ed classroom versus the self-contained classroom. First, for kids with disabilities. Karen Perez of Bright Hub Education writes that the most obvious social advantage of inclusion is kids with disabilities can create long-lasting friendships, and those friendships give them social skills to navigate social relationships later in life. Their peers around them act as role models and act in a normal social manner. In a self-contained classroom, peers are students with disabilities who lack some of the same social skills that they do. And the more severely disabled have little or no interaction with others at all. The second advantage is for families. Kids Together Inc. states that as parents, we have higher expectations of our children in an inclusive classroom. It can increase parent participation, and families become more integrated into the community. Both of these sources cite the third advantage, the benefits of kids without disabilities. They have an increased appreciation and acceptance of differences and diversity. They have greater academic outcomes and an opportunity to teach others. And it prepares them for adult life in an inclusive society where they're less shocked when they do come into contact with a person with a disability. I want to ask you some questions. When your child ages out at the age of 22, do you plan on them attending movie theaters for only people with disabilities? Are they going to go to restaurants with only people with disabilities? Are they going to go to stores that only cater to people with disabilities? With all of the emphasis right now on sheltered workshops and the movement going away from sheltered workshops, do you think that your child is going to work in a place that only has people with disabilities in it? Or are they going to be out working in the community? How about living? Is your child going to live in the community, whether it's in your home or whether it's in their own home or possibly in a group home? Or are they going to live in an institution? Why would we isolate and separate our children from the ages of birth to 22 during critical developing years when we have dreams of them integrating and being accepted into society for the balance of their lives? In conclusion, the benefits of inclusion for all students have been researched and proven. But you are the parent, the final decision maker. You have to decide what you want their futures to look like. But know that the choices that you make for your child in elementary school lays the groundwork for their educational path, their career choices, and their social interactions post-school and beyond. The sources cited in this presentation are Karen Perez of Bright Hub Education, Kids Together Inc., a nonprofit website, with input from the vocational specialists at the Art Jacksonville. Thank y'all very much.